Welcome back, everybody, to Rethink Gaming Sunday Night RPG featuring Icewind Dale, Rime the Frostmaiden, played through Discord and Fantasy Grounds. Thanks, as always, to Sirenscape for the amazing atmosphere and music. Make sure you check them out at www.sirenscape.com. You've just got to be using it at your table. And Twitch, if I ever stream this on you, I say that so that I have the rights to use it without getting a DMCA strike. This is in the news right now. If you want to support this content, please consider joining us on Patreon or checking out Rethink Gaming on DM's Guild. Let's begin. So, the party was just sitting down to a discussion of what on earth do we do with this wonderful, lovely cauldron thing.
I think we have our options, right? Do we just put it to a vote?
Where are you having this conversation?
Where are we having this conversation?
I thought when we left last time, we had a sidebar.
Yeah, we stepped away from the captain, if I recall.
Yeah, that's
And we were
what
right
I have
outside.
in my notes.
All right, so you're standing out in the snow?
Yep.
Like you do.
Yeah, so Captain Arlagath is in town hall waiting for our decision.
But we haven't actually spoke to him yet.
We have. He was the one who asked us to donate it to the town.
No, you haven't met with him yet. The captain of the guard, she said he was probably going to ask you that. She was going to set up the meeting.
So the options I think we've come up with are give it to the town, give it to some other town, sell it, or use it with Roaldo, the medium.
So I like the idea of, someone said last week, donate it, but whenever we're in that town, we have free room and board. And going forward, they won't participate in the sacrifices. I think
that
to
was
donate it to the town.
Mostly my suggestion, yes.
So I like that answer. I thought that was the best avenue.
This town or another town?
We could do it here in Bryn Shander.
If
you are in East Haven right now.
Oh, excuse me.
I think we got to do to East Haven. I mean, this was the one that seemed to be semi-haunted by the White Witch, or the Lady of the Lake. I don't see a reason to lug this to another city.
And we were given the indication that, Ronaldo didn't really have an idea other than the fact that the window said the word cauldron. So, he isn't waiting for us to donate this, correct?
I believe so, yes.
He would. No, Ronaldo is not waiting for you to donate it. No. Ronaldo didn't know anything about it. It was the White Lady who did.
So we decided donate it to East Haven with whatever perks we can squeeze out of it.
I think we give our list of demands and see how he responds, but I think that's the best option.
I agree.
So you'd like to head over to the town hall?
Yes.
Can do. Maybe. I thought I saw it on here. There we go. The town hall is a two-story wattle and daub building where townfolk come to pay for renewing licenses, pay their fines, settle petty claims, file complaints, and gather to discuss other important issues. The flag of East Haven flutters atop a cupola on the town's pitchly steeped rooftop. All the above ground floors are wooden, with framed oil paintings by local artists mounted above the wainscoting. Wooden doors, normal accoutrements, as you might expect. The first is an entrance hall. Mounted in the hall is a 5-foot long stuffed knucklehead trout. Its wooden plaque bears an engraved copper plate that reads in common, Big Knuck, caught by East Haven fishers during the summer of 1479 DR. Our Lady, the Captain of the Guard, is waiting for you as you enter the building. And she asks if you are ready to meet with the speaker.
Indeed,
I
we
believe
are.
we are.
She leads you back to the speaker's office. Speaker Daneth Whalen is a pale, dark-headed dude, almost looks a bit undead, really. Sunken eyes and so forth. He sits in a lavishly appointed office with tapestries, painted landscapes, at a high table surrounded by high-backed wooden chairs. The man stands from the large chair with East Haven's heraldry worked into its backrest, spreads his arms wide, and says, Enter!
Well, thank you for seeing us, your speakership. I think you already know why we're here, correct?
I do. I understand you've found something.
Dragging the cauldron loudly on the ground.
We have. I think that we have an idea that might benefit everybody. We'd be happy to donate. Stays well fed through all the winter months, however long this winter lasts. But we have a couple of conditions that we'd like you to consider for us. First, whenever we come to town, of course, and have room and board in decent accommodations, just as we come to town, obviously we've done something good here, we'd be treated well. That's all. And the other consideration might be a little bit bigger for you to consider. And this is that we don't want you to participate in any more of the sacrifices to Oral. What say you?
Well, that surprises me. He reaches into his inner coat, drops a sack on the table. It clatters. He spreads the top of it open and pulls out a great red gem about the size of a plum. Sets it down in front of him. Now you understand. I don't make the rules. All the speakers meet. And we vote. He sets down a second gem. We'd have to call a special meeting, go to Bryn Shander, you see. He sets down a third gem. And then, well, there'd be the matter of Goodmead, wouldn't there? Sets down the fourth gem. I don't even know that we can have another meeting while the council is short a seat. I've never seen it happen as long as I've been alive. Sets down the fifth gem.
Bob, I'd like to do a check for a rough estimate of what those gems are worth apiece in gold.
Certainly.
I would like to divine sense.
Okay.
I don't think he's actually evil, but he's definitely giving off strong scumbag vibes.
Make a wisdom save.
Me?
Yes.
Okay. Six. Hooray.
You are gripped with terror momentarily as you get the sense of overwhelming evil coming from the basement.
Oh.
You all right there, Mark?
A moment.
So the appraisal, yeah, those are worth at least 500 gold each.
Damn, that's a nice sleigh. So what do you, speaker?
Well, I assumed you'd want to be rewarded for the heroism, and of course, the city would be happy to treat you as heroes anytime you enter. I thought these would make a fine start to our conversation.
I think we're along the right path, but I don't think that we've quite reached our destination just yet.
Well, I would have to, of course, validate that it was real.
What do you keep in your basement?
He looks at you strangely. Nothing.
You would lie to my face.
No, not. It's true.
Mark, Mark,
There's
Mark, Mark. Let's
There's
just keep
something
things friendly here. We're negotiating. We don't need to
terribly.
be hostile.
It's not about being hostile. There's evil underneath our feet.
I'm sorry about this guy. He gets like this sometimes, you know, paladins. Mark, let's go outside. Leave Phil to do negotiating. And we're definitely gonna try and check out the basement.
May I call you Dan?
Well, there's a
I'll
jail
reluctantly
down
follow
there,
him
and
outside.
that's all. He calls after you. I genuinely have no idea what he's talking about.
So,
Ellie goes outside with them.
Dan, let's just speak openly here. You obviously have no interest in discussing your basement, and we obviously have no interest in getting in your business. So let's just put that to bed.
I'll
Now,
take you
let's
to
go
the
back.
basement right now. There's nothing in the basement.
Okay, let's take a tour of the basement. That sounds like fun.
Well, perhaps not right now. Let's conclude the business, and then yes, I'll take whomever wants to go down to the basement.
Excellent, excellent. I like the way you think. So, we see 5 beautiful gems, by the way. Beautiful. Where's
Last I heard was where's that?
I said, where's the second course?
I had a feeling. I've heard that satyrs can drive a hard bargain. Certainly, one so attractive as yourself probably negotiates on behalf of this crew all the time.
No, I wouldn't say that I negotiate on behalf of the crew all the time, but I have been known from time to time. This is where I just throw in a little sprinkle of extra charm. Come on now, let's see that second chorus, Dan. If you show me yours, I'll show you mine. Let's go.
Yes. I would never have put all I could offer on the table immediately. You're much too wise for that. He reaches
Come
into a
on,
pocket,
it's
pulls
open
out
kimono time, buddy. What you got?
He pulls out his 6th gem from inside his pocket and sets it down. And listen, I'll save you the time. He reaches in the right side of his pockets and pulls out a 7th gem. There you go.
I knew I liked you, Dan. Give me just 1 second. Let me see if I can go calm my friend down and we put this to bed, shall we?
Of course.
All right, I usher the group outside with Mark, who's probably still fuming.
You see a young man bringing a tray, a butler's tray full of ale from the alehouse. The captain of the guard is arguing with him, saying that mead was requested. And he is explaining that they're out.
So we go ahead and just have a nice little conversation on the side. Mark, how you doing? What do you have, man? Because you're obviously rattled. What's going on?
All I can tell you is that there's something incredibly evil underneath that structure.
Okay, so there's nothing saying that we can't walk out of here and cash, I don't know, 3,500, 4,000 gold worth of gem. We can do that first, couldn't we?
I care not what you do with his offer. He is, however, a bit quick to offer so much for an item, almost as if he'd rather us be quickly on our way without looking too closely.
Well, we can continue to look, but I say we cash out first. All in favor? Put my hand in the air.
We came here to try to get him to stop sacrificing humans. I'm not so quick to just get paid off.
Right, so morality has reached our group all of a sudden.
I have been here the whole time.
All right. How about the rest of the folks? Nice and rich. And then we go ahead and solve their evil problem. But let's get paid first. Come on. That's a lot of gem.
We try to intimidate him first.
No, we could try to get rich first, and then we intimidate the shit out of him after we're paid. Do you want to keep dragging a cauldron?
No.
All righty then.
We get paid, then I'd like to have my chance with him.
I don't see why we can't have the best of both worlds here.
So, Mark, if we go back inside, before you get all holy on the guy, let me conclude our business, let me make him nice and comfortable, and then you can feel free to run whatever you want through his throat. Sound like a plan?
I'm in.
You might not be into that, Phil.
Damn. All right, can we just go get paid and then we'll move on from there?
Do what you will.
Amen. All right. And I skip up to the door and hold it open for my friends to walk in. And as Mark strolls by, I say, not until I say so. And I happily lead the group right back up to our my little bag and say, sir, and lift the first gem and put it into the bag, and with each word drop another gem in the bag. It has been an absolute pleasure doing business with you. Thank you kindly for your generous payment. We are happy to donate you this cauldron. We wish you and the people of East Haven nothing but prosperity and full tummies. Will this conclude our business?
I believe I promised you a tour.
Absolutely. Does everybody else want to take a tour of the basement? Mark, I think that sounds good to you, doesn't it?
I'll just nod.
Outstanding. So, Bob, can you add bags since I picked them up, those gemstones, into my inventory?
Yes.
Thank you kindly, sir.
No problem.
It's very important that payment gets secured before initiative gets rolled.
I'm making up a custom item real quick here.
Character. Has a DM ever complained about the fact that one of their players is a former used car salesman?
No. So Philo gets 7 gems, yes?
Biggins.
All right.
I really should have learned distort value. Anyway. All right. And I believe we're taking a tour with our new friend Dan F. Whalen.
Sure. So you start on the north side of the building. He gestures across the way. He says, "That's a closet." And past that's the privy. He opens the door to the east. You'll find the stairs there. He holds it open for you guys to pass through.
I'll just throw perception for, as we're taking this tour, looking for just any indication that he might be avoiding something or hiding anything, or anything that would indicate somewhere has been walked, like maybe footsteps and dust that lead to nothing. Looking for anything that stands out.
No, nothing too remarkable. I mean, it's well kept. The building's kept tidy. It's a government office.
There's something evil down here. I don't have religion at all, but yeah, we're taking a tour of an evil area. We can check this out as much as we want.
So he gestures to they're in a large room. Stairs go up and around. Stairs go down. He gestures to the left. He says, "There's chairs in that room and records in that one. I believe you wanted to go down."
I'll start heading towards the downstairs.
All right.
Following closely behind our new guide.
The stairs go down into a dungeon. On the left, he gestures. The jailer's quarters are that way. He turns right down the hall, and you'll see jail cells. And at the far end of the hall, he points at the door and says, "And that be the interrogation room. We're using it for storage at the moment."
So I'd like to attempt to deceive Daneth and have a nice conversation with him along this tour about the fact that even though we told them we didn't want them to conduct the sacrifices, really what we're trying to do is find out his true loyalty to Oral and maybe gain some information from him about, what kind of contact or influence he might be under. I'm just trying to deceive him to gain his confidence. We might actually be in league with Oral despite what we've said previously.
Well, he bristles at the thought of the service to Oral. He's not a fan.
Okay, got it.
So what would have been, if your distance sense is correct, underground, and one of you is a dwarf, what would have been directly beneath where you were sitting is that interrogation room.
I move to open it and peek inside.
Inside the room are low, burning lanterns, casting a gentle glow upon a tall, black object in the center of the room. Although one could easily mistake it for a statue, this object is actually the figurehead of a ship that's carved in the likeness of a winged demon. The demon-shaped figurehead stands 8 feet tall. Shards of wood jut out of the demon's back at points where the figurehead once attached to the hull of a ship. Lashed to the figurehead with rope is a scrawny woman who is dripping wet. Her long white hair hangs over her face, obscuring it. I have a picture. Has art.
And now, also that we're in the room, I don't know if it like comes off or on. I don't know if it's like an on switch with divine sense, but if it's like a pulse, like a radar beacon, then I would like to do it again and see if I can determine which of those two items might have been.
Yeah, that object is deeply evil, and you're sensing undead from that direction as well.
And is this woman is that like an actual
So,
woman
Dana,
separate from the masthead, or is she like part of the design of the masthead?
She is strapped to it, as though it was just pulled from the water.
Does she look familiar? Like
I don't know. Does she?
Oh,
the Lady of the Lake, maybe?
is the speaker down here with us still?
He is, yeah.
Care to explain this, speaker?
I forgot all about that. Yeah. Some knuckleheads pulled that out the water. Oh, 4 weeks now. They, townspeople say it's cursed. I put it down here. It was upstairs, but, half a dozen people got the fright. I don't understand it at all.
Well,
It's a piece of rock.
it's immensely evil, is what it is. But more to the point, why is that woman tied to it?
He looks closely. Are you feeling okay?
I feel fine.
There ain't no woman tied to that, lad. You do not detect any deception. Oh, sorry. Persuasion. You were rolling persuasion for what?
I'd like to try and butter him up a little bit to tell us a little bit more about this situation.
Much to tell it. The boys pulled it out the water, brought it to the town hall, thought maybe it would help, as people do, your cauldron, for example.
So in a very animated fashion, using my hands to make like a box, I point and gesture to the woman tied to the statue and go, "You don't see anything right about here that might seem a little abnormal to you, would you?"
How far away from it are you?
I guess no more than 7 to 10 feet.
As you get closer, you can hear the woman is crying. I have no idea what you're talking about.
So I move up to the lady and just use a finger to brush her hair to the side to see what her face looks like.
Oh, now you did it.
You can't get a little pregnant, guys. Let's go.
All right, 1 second. Okay. So her face is terrifying, horrifying. You feel as though you have aged 10 years. And yeah, you're frightened for 1 minute.
So you're saying my ex-wife is tied to a statue?
I am.
Can I make an Arcana check and see if I can determine anything about it?
Certainly. What are you checking?
Just the statue as a whole, or the figurehead, I guess, as a whole.
Alrighty. It is a depiction of Urtu, a Baylord demon that terrorized Icewind Dale over a century ago. It also appears to be made of chardolin, which is a rare gem-like substance that can be shaped like metal.
Hmm.
The ghost is freeing herself from her bonds as you have this conversation.
Can I attack
You can.
Guys,
while she's still tied up? I'd like to attack while she's still tied up.
evil bitch, evil bitch, evil bitch.
All right, I gotta find this map. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I will also move to strike. Should we roll for initiative or?
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
Can I do a Constitution save to not poop my pants?
I already rolled that for you, sir.
Ugh,
It's a good thing I was wearing brown, huh?
betrayed.
Sorry.
Betrayed by my digital
Waiting
dice.
for
Woo, I want to run away.
Who's going first?
Let's see. Phil is in here, as was Mark, as was the dude. I'll let you guys position yourselves in the hallway any way you like. Get my spectator dude in here.
Can we get a marker for the statue?
Yes. Let's see. I'm
Can her
gonna draw for the statue.
square just say EB for evil bitch?
I could probably make that happen. I don't know. She's a ghost, so it's gonna start out saying ghost.
Oh boy, it's a good thing we came to the party with 2 paladins.
All right, we got initiatives on the board from everybody. Zeno needs an
Oh,
initiative roll. Wither and Kazga.
Bob, for some reason my character is not appearing on the character selection screen. I'm not sure what to do.
Okay. I've cleared the ownership. Try it now.
Okay, there I am. Thank you.
No problem.
And Bob, before we get going, if I could just ask a quick question about an item I received last week, that bag of tricks. On the item description, it says that, when you pull a furry object out of it, it turns into uh, basically an animal, but there's no chart listed there. Do you have that chart? Or could I just call for something simple and benign that's not really going to do damage, but fits the moment?
What color was the bag?
Gray?
I'll find it for you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, there should be a table for it.
It just wasn't in the item description, and I didn't know where to pull it from. But if someone's grabbing it, thank you very much.
Let me know if. Dang it.
I've got it right here.
You able to pull up the table? Try that.
Oh, awesome. Thank you.
Nice.
Okay, still need initiative from Zyno.
It is not letting me roll. It keeps giving me a record that says only records you own may be shared every time I try.
All right. I'm going to clear ownership on Zyno. Go ahead and try reopening it.
I am now gone.
Yes. Go into PCs and double click it again. Any luck?
Nope. Gave me the same error. Every time I touch the icon, I can drag the icon anywhere. It does not pick up dice. I can do it for wisdom.
Try double tapping the dice.
I can do
There
a
you
normal roll.
Okay. Well, we can muddle through. Let's see here.
The first time I rolled the D18 or D20, I got an 18, but can't roll anything else.
Trying to put this guy on the map here, but it won't let me. There he is. Okay, that is the lay of the room. First up, Phil.
All right. Just so I know what I'm capable of doing as far as timing goes. If I could just ask ahead of time, just to make sure I have this right. If I wanted to grab an object out of my bag of tricks with my action, and then use the bonus action to command it to act, I should be cool. That would take up my turn, but would I still have movement to run further away? Is that okay?
Yes. Yes, movement is not connected.
So that's what I'd like to do. I'd like to pull a furry object out of my bag of tricks. Since
Okay.
I'm right next to her, I'd like to drop it like right next to her, and I'll roll to see what it turns into.
Okay.
All right. I like the giant rat better than the direwolf for this purpose, to be honest with you.
Okay.
And I would like to command it to run up the inside of her leg, which hopefully would just give her disadvantage towards anything. I would imagine. Do I need to do another roll for their action to run up her leg?
No.
Okay. So I'm just hoping to make a big distraction, and then I think everyone's in the hallway. I'd like to run past Mark back into the hallway, screaming, "Evil bitch, evil bitch, evil bitch."
Okay.
And forgive me, I really can't see if I'm in the right place or if I'm on somebody. There we go.
It's a
Nope,
tiny
I'm on.
boy. All right. So you commanded the giant rat to, I don't know, grapple, I guess?
Yeah, let's say the giant rat grapples her inner thigh.
Let's see here. There's too much stuff stacked in one place. Okay. giant rat is successful in landing where it wanted to land. But the ghost is immune to the grappled condition. She phases through him. Kosgath.
Oh, right.
I am kind of into what I'm looking at. Yeah, I'm looking at. So, are we in some kind of hallway? Can we not? Or do we have eyes on this statue?
The statue is around the corner to the right from where you are.
Okay. Ah, okay, I see. Okay.
So what are your actions on your turn?
Sorry, I'm getting geared up to cast Bless here. 1 sec.
Okay.
Okay, Bless is going on Mark, Toman, and Wither.
Okay.
So I'm just confirming, do I have the ability to attack with where Mark is without hitting him?
No. Well, you risk. It depends on how you attack, right? If you do a missile weapon past him, you'll risk hitting him and the rat. If you do a breath weapon, he'll have to make a save. That kind of thing. The only surefire way to get in there is to dash from where you're at. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You could stop at the door just short of Mark. Well, you could go diagonally through, I guess. Never mind. So yeah, if you move, I'll move you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's a legal move, and now you're within reach of
All right.
EB.
Giant axe, here we come. Or great axe.
All right.
Not gonna
First,
help
you must roll to hit.
Oh, whoops. Roll to hit. Is that my D20?
It is, yes.
Nope. Not happening.
Not on that roll. All right.
I don't believe I have any other actions.
Unless you want to rage.
Not yet.
Okay.
All right, Wither is going to rush past the party members into the room and conjure up some fire and fling a fire bolt at EB here.
All right. Nice.
All right, let's see if we can hit. Come on, thing. I guess. Hey,
That's it.
there we go. All right, that'll end my turn.
I wonder if that's correct. She partially resisted that damage. She does have fire. Okay. Oh, okay. I thought maybe it was magic. It's not. It has nothing to do with magic. The resistances have nothing to do with magic. All right, so this guy genuinely doesn't know what's going on and can't see what you're attacking. So he's just gonna back casually out of the room here. 1, 2, 3. He's gonna step over here in this cell. That makes it Sigurd's turn.
Alright. I'm going to rush around the corner, and I'm going to take a look at what's going on. And I'm going to see the demon statue. I'm going to throw a hand axe at it.
At the statue?
At the statue.
Okay. Ah! Well, the axe strikes the statue and goes clattering off onto the floor.
That's it.
Okay, let's see here. I will attempt to hit her. Probably not going to do it.
Remember to roll it on her, but a 12 does hit.
Oh, okay. Cool. So if this isn't allowed, that's okay. I would like to use my, what is it? Divine Smite.
Yeah, you can.
Okay, I didn't know if I needed to declare that before I rolled it, so.
I think so.
Let's see. Okay, I think I've dropped it on her.
Let's see it on your character sheet, though.
That did not do anything. Hold on.
Yeah, starting at second level, you can expend one spell slot to add 2d8 damage. So if you just want to roll 2d8, I can apply it as damage.
Okay. Then I will. So it'd be my normal damage plus 2d8.
Yes.
Okay, then I will just do it the long way. Okay, here comes the regular damage. 3, and then second d8, and third d8.
All right. So 13 damage, although let's see. Radiant. So 10 of them are radiant and 3 are
Normal.
So she's going to be resistant to the normal damage. Let's call that 2. She's not resistant to radiant damage, so that'll count for full. So 12 total damage on her.
Nice.
Applied.
And that's my turn.
And the cast turn undead. So she should make a wisdom save.
I think you can drag and drop the save on her.
I don't have the spell actually. And I can look in the list of spells. I cannot find turn undead.
It's Channel Divinity.
Channel divinity. Okay. Still not finding it. Not sure if I don't have them loaded or something. I've got 16 pages of spells, but not that one.
Okay. Let's see.
This should affect any undead in the area, not just the target. Each undead that can see or hear you within 30 feet.
Yeah, I don't see that on you. That's. Oh, wait a minute. Can the Forge domain not do it?
Pretty sure I saw it when I was building the character.
Channel Divinity Artisan's Blessing creates simple items. Is there a default one as well?
Yeah, I thought you got the base, turn undead plus your special.
At second level, you gain the ability to feel magical effects. You start with 2. Turn undead and an effect. Okay, cool. So, turn undead is an action you present your bloody symbol and speak a prayer to censor an undead. Each undead can hear soon, must make a wisdom saving throw. If it fails its saving throw, it's turned for 1 minute or until it takes any damage. Okay, cool. So, all of your saving throws are the same. So, let's just grab this off of Toll the Dead.
I get the plus d4 for. Or is that when I save? Never mind.
That would be when you save, yeah. So she rolled an 18 and saved.
Was the speaker affected by the spell at all?
He was not.
Okay.
All right. Let's see here. We're going to do Withering Touch on the giant rat. Oh! Critical. Dead rat. Up to Phil.
All right, so I'm back here. I don't know if I'm in a hallway if I can shoot past them with the bow. Could I? All right, she's not taking that damage anyway, is she? She's not taking physical damage.
She takes half damage from physical sources.
All right, so in lieu of that, I'm going to cast at her.
Okay.
As soon as my mouse decides to work. There we go. Oh. Let's see what she thinks of us.
She saved.
So does she take half damage or no damage?
Dissonant Whispers.
Is it a cantrip? Yes?
That's a level 1.
Then probably takes half. It'll say it in the description.
On a failed save.
On a successful save, takes half as much damage and does not have to move away. So go ahead and roll the damage. It should automatically apply the half. And it did.
Well, she still didn't like it.
She didn't. She reeled in pain.
And with my bonus action, I'm going to see if I can give Mark a little bit of that bardic inspiration juju.
Okay.
Drop that on him. See if we can make the holy holier. And that's it for me.
Okay. Firing a javelin at the EB.
Okay. Wow. What's going on there?
I have no idea. Let me try that again.
Well, no. Let's just take the first critical hit. Yeah. Go ahead and roll it. Oh, shit. Wait. You had Wither targeted.
Did I?
It's been fun, guys.
Leftover from the bless.
Oh, that's why he also had Tolman.
Oh, I'm sorry, y'all.
He attacked Eevee, Wither, and Tolman. I'm not saying they didn't have it coming, but
Thought we were friends.
the damage went to Eevee though. So
That's some magic javelin you got there.
oh no,
No, Wither almost died.
oh they're fine.
I got him corrected. All right, cool.
All right, am I up?
You are.
All right, I'd like to breathe on her.
Cool.
You not?
What is that? No, she's got to make a save. I gotcha. So expand this breath weapon thingy, drag and drop the save from you to her. She did save, so she'll take half damage. Oh, she took no damage. It was half, and she's resistant to cold.
Awesome. Did a great job. Can I rage?
Rage? Yes.
I'd like to rage.
Raj. All right. You're angry. Any movement?
Very.
No? No movement?
Yeah, can I move
Yes.
forward one?
You can. So that'll make it Wither's turn.
Alright, Wither is going to see what we can do with another firebolt here.
That's a hit. See, it's the sound effects. You play sound effects, you hit, obviously.
That's the way to do it.
That's where I'm struggling.
I don't know how she got untargeted. Let me retarget there. There we go. Roll some damage. Alright.
I'm gonna notice that everyone else is not attacking the demon. They're attacking the ghost. I'm getting super embarrassed by this. I'm gonna fly into a rage,
Okay.
and I'm gonna do a reckless attack
Nice.
with my great axe.
Nice. That's some damage.
I like you being angry.
I will attack her again.
Okay. $11 hits.
Okay. That's what, 2 points?
2 points. The fabric of her ethereal reality is beginning to tear.
Oh, that means
Somebody better get her some Midol.
No guiding bolts down, but let's try mystical lightning.
All right. Yeah.
Try guiding bolts.
See, I'm telling you, play the sound effect. It hits.
All right, I'm about to bust out some angriness.
All right. She fades into nothingness with a wail. And now, before you is only the statue.
Is it still my turn?
It is.
I would like to do a dwarven stone cutting check on the statue, doubling my proficiency.
Okay.
You know what? Thanks.
It's too dark in here to see well.
I'm gonna conjure up some fire in my hands
Okay.
with produce flame to help aid Tillman in his examination of the statue.
Would you
Tillman,
like?
what are you trying to do, buddy?
I have an interest in this material. I want to see what it's made of and see if we can learn anything about this masthead.
I'll relay to him what it's made of.
Go ahead and make the check with advantage now, Tillman. Ah,
Well, I'm trying to
see?
see if it's evil, if there's anything weird about it, if we have any history, and then if you said could be molded like metal, so that's also my smith side is also wondering if I should like break off a piece of this or something.
I say we
Okay.
take a wing.
We should take both wings. Put them on the sleigh.
So you've heard of Chardalin before. Chardalin. It's found in the north, mined almost like gold from the ice. It's usually an oval shaped black stone. Seemed useless at first, but has an affinity for magic. It's as brittle as glass and turns to powder when forcefully struck or hurled against a solid object.
There's no good for weapons, then.
Well, gem magic can be applied to make them hold incredible power and then shape them as though they were steel.
Does my skill as a former glassblower come in handy?
You would have
My
heard about this, but the gems are not typically cut in this kind of setting. I mean, there's no like De Beers doing diamonds, for example.
So we have a Goliath with a great axe. I'm thinking we could easily get a couple of wings off if this stuff is brittle until gem magic is applied. So, do we want to take the wings or?
I'd like to.
We can try.
I'm gonna take the initiative and just try and knock this thing over.
Was that the quick question? Was that the speaker that was down here with us giving the tour, or was it some
Yes.
butler? Or
It was
Okay.
the speaker.
Look around, see if I can figure out where he went to.
He is in the hallway here. He was just in this jail cell, hiding.
Okay. How's he feeling?
Sigurd, make a strength check to push that thing over. He's fine. Did you boys get what you're after?
Yes, there was a malevolent spirit attached to this masthead. We have defeated it.
You're still
I
sensing
suggest,
evil, by the way.
yeah. Um, this item, however, is exceptionally evil. It should be destroyed, which we will take care of.
Thank you. That gets it out of my hair. Trying to see if you guys are strong enough to push it over. Push. 30 times your strength score. Oops. So,
We do have two barbarians. Did I mention that one of them's a Goliath?
yeah, and they're raging, both of them, right? However, it's still too heavy to push over.
What if I summon my mage hand?
Because what? Well, hold on. So we've got 16 strength on this guy and 17 on that guy. No, I guess if you're raging, you can push it over. It weighs 1,000 pounds.
We're raging. I'm
Yep.
ready to crush this thing.
All right, it topples. So it's got a damage threshold of 5. Means it absorbs all damage below 5. And 50 hit points if you want to break it up, smash it up.
Am I attacking it with my great axe, or am I just rolling the d20?
Just roll the damage if you want to, or if you're going to sit here and hit it until you're done, that's fine too. We don't have to roll it all.
Yeah, we destroyed it.
Thinking we hit it till it's done.
Cool. So you break it off into multiple pieces. It's really hard to break. Like, it would be easier to smash up a suit of plate mail so you couldn't use it anymore.
Does it still radiate evil now that it's shattered to pieces?
It does, but it's much fainter.
We should bring a little piece of this with us. I just have a feeling at some point it's going to become useful. Maybe we'll make a compass out of it or something. But just have a feeling an evil material is going to be useful. So I'll grab a about the size of a small orange or an apple, and I'll pocket that. I'm just going to call that one evil Charlatan piece.
Yes. That's fine. You guys over there smashing the thing, that's fine.
Is there anything else down here?
Now there's some braziers, but that's it. There's
Come on,
nobody
you
in
guys
jail
really
in
had
East Haven right now.
So it's still evil?
The pieces themselves are vaguely evil. There's no overwhelming evil now that it's smashed up.
Lightly evil.
They're evil light. They're the Diet Coke of evil.
They're icky, we'll say.
So, Dana, now that we've effectively taken out your garbage and gotten rid of the evil spirits here, we should probably talk about some form of payment, shouldn't we? I mean, this was a tour which turned into a task, which, as you can see, we've put forth some effort for you.
Well, I don't know about that.
I mean, we could easily make sure that spirit comes back if that's what you prefer.
I still don't know what you're talking about. I didn't see a spirit in the first place.
See if I can make him see it my way. We're gonna call this the Venkman method. Shit.
Can I intimidate him? Can I attempt to intimidate?
Sure.
Shit.
Lads, now. Listen. Let's not part as foes.
Well, that's fine, but we're not cleaning up the statue.
He reaches into the top of his left boot and pulls out one more of those red gems.
I gladly palm it and put it with the rest. Daneth, you're a mensch. Thank you so much. Gents, shall we?
Let's go.
Okay. You exit the town hall.
What did you put those gems? You put them as rubies. I'm sorry,
Yeah, sorry.
and that makes me happy 8.
Seems like the sun is trying just a little bit harder to get through the haze today. Maybe slightly brighter than it was a moment ago, but not much. No sign of the caravan, which should have shown up by now.
So maybe we take a stroll down the trail and see if we can go find that caravan before the sun goes down.
I like this plan.
So where are you headed?
When we had looked at the map last time, we had identified the route where I believe they were coming from Bryn Shander to East Haven. Was that correct?
They're coming from the south.
Right. I think that was the path that we wanted to make sure we stuck to the main route that they would be taking and start looking for them.
They're coming.
They
from
were coming from
Goodmead.
Goodmead.
Right.
From Goodmead?
Yeah.
Then that would be the route.
Okay, so you want to head from here to Goodmead?
I think we're just looking along the way for signs of them. Would that be like a survival for tracking, maybe?
Yes, it would.
Survival. So I'll give it a shot unless somebody else is better at it. Oop, I got it. Wapowski! Follow me!
Squeak cheers at your success as he pushes the sled behind you. Good master, kind master.
Hey, Squeak. I throw him a treat.
He glares at you slightly, but picks it up out of the snow. So, you see no signs of any dog sleds. There's been some foot traffic, but that's all.
If we head south toward Goodmead.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
It's not
we don't,
far. Just
guys,
a brisk
we're
walk. You get there just before dark.
pressing on the Goodmead, you're saying?
Yeah, we haven't been there yet, and we can try to see if there's any sign of the dog sled or whatever.
I love me some good mead.
Yeah, Tillman's really interested in getting to Goodmead to sample the wares and learn a little bit.
Do we collectively know anything about Goodmead, really? I'm going to go back and take some notes. Kendrick Reelsbarrow. He was a good man. He was killed, so their speaker is dead. He has not been replaced yet.
The notes. Look at the notes there. So, comparatively, Goodmead is quite small. The entire town buzzes with bees. There are beehives positively everywhere. And they live up to their reputation. Nearly all of the mead that can be found in the Dales comes from Goodmead.
But is it good mead?
It's quite good, yes. Just
I'm in.
outside of town, to the north, there where it says to the eastway, you see a caravan. They've set up tents, which are dusted with snow. They've been there for at least a few days.
So, would anyone mind if we headed over that way?
If it's the caravan, aren't those armed guards?
I mean, they conduct business with people as well.
So,
Oh yeah, yeah. Let's go.
how many do we
I need
see
some better armor.
in that group that's over there? How many do we see?
Well, there are 6. 1 dwarf, 5 humans, as well as 18 dogs tied up.
Would there be a weaponsmith or armorer in Goodmead, or would we need to go to a different of the 10 towns for that?
I do not believe there is one in Goodmead, but I can check really quick.
I heard you before.
There's a shrine to the god of war. There's a mead hall. That's pretty much it.
All right. Do we want to venture over to that caravan of 6?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can find out if it's the caravan we're after.
Then, just so I actually know what we're trying to do here, if memory serves, if I have this correct, are we trying to kill Porga Iceman? Does anyone remember exactly what we're trying to do before I really just hammer this to pieces again?
I remember it is we're supposed to find evidence that he was the killer.
Killer of whom?
Random ass people. He's a traveling serial killer. Am I making that up?
Something like that.
Somebody want to make a check or say a prayer or come up with some source for this information?
Yeah, I'm going to see if I can remember it. I'm going to roll perception. Is that fair?
You want me
Sure.
to roll for it?
Okay, so Torga's bodyguard, Sethek, is believed to be killing people in the towns that offer up sacrifices. Let's
Go
see.
check the caravan.
What all did she say?
She's working with the shield dwarves of the valley.
There you go.
Killer in the dark.
Little copy pasta.
There you go. When's the new moon?
The new moon is about 2 weeks away, a little less now.
A 100 gold pieces to apprehend Sethek Caltro.
Well, no, she'd like you to determine his guilt and deal with him, preferably without involving the authorities.
Let's go check out the caravan.
Just 1 second, if that's okay. Pretty please with sugar on top.
So while you're thinking, I'll describe it. You see a flag bearing a gold wolf's paw on a black field. There are 2 covered sleds, 1 sled that's completely empty. There are 4 different lean-tos set up with crates inside, and even from a distance you can see casks, flasks, furs, and other goods.
Do we happen to, would we know commonly from being in the 10 towns what that gold paw on a black field symbol is?
That's the symbol of the caravan. That is probably Torget's family crest.
Gotcha. All right, I'm gonna go for it. I mean, this is probably gonna go badly, and we're gonna end up getting into a fight really quickly. But I'm just gonna go for it. So I guess it would be performance, but I'd like to use my cloak and change it to all black, looking rather royal, with the gold wolf's paw on the black field, so that my cloak of many fashions looks exactly as it would be represented. And I guess it'll be a mixture of performance and persuasion. They're both charisma. But I'm going to try and swindle poor Mr. Torgus into believing that I'm his nephew.
Her nephew, and she's
Her.
a dwarf.
Yeah, I'm her nephew.
Okay.
And Tommen's another one of her distant relatives.
Okay.
It's a 17 for the performance. And persuasion is up there too.
Okay.
I don't know how smart she is, but this might work. And Torgus! It's been so long!
Let's find out.
It's me, Phil.
The old dwarf eyes you suspiciously. A man in short, cropped black hair, wearing no coat, stands up, but she gestures for him to sit back down. Do I know you, lad?
It's me, your nephew, Phil. And I run and I throw my arms around her neck and jump in her lap.
What? What cheek?
I haven't seen you in so long, Auntie. How are you?
I don't have a blood nephew.
What are you talking about? You've known me since I was a whelp.
Look, I don't know who told you what, but I ain't got no family that I ain't put to my own blade. She scoots you gently off her lap.
I'm so hurt. I mean, you even gave me this cape. This was my 7th birthday present, don't you remember?
I have no memory of this.
Where else would I get this cape? Auntie, it's me. You want another roll?
Stop calling me auntie. What is it that you want? I ain't giving you no money.
We don't have need for money, Aunt. We really don't. We just came to see how you were. We were waiting for you in East Haven to catch up with you, and you didn't arrive on time.
Well, I'm stuck in this sudden hole. These idiots won't sell their mead, and without the mead, it messes up all of my profits. I figure I can wait a day, maybe 2 more. I'm gonna have to move on without it. Everybody's going to be mad, and I'm going to hear about it. 9 towns. Where's the mead? Where's the mead? Where's the mead?
What if we help you? Look at how big some of my friends are. Sigurd, wave. And I expect a big Goliath hand moving slowly backwards and forwards.
I ignore him as usual.
You know, you could take the loincloth off the Goliath, but you can't take the Goliath out of the loincloth.
For the right price, you can.
She gets this sort of strange look in her eye. So you're my cousin.
No, I'm your nephew.
My nephew. Right, yes. And you know of loyalty to the family, I'm sure.
I'm offering to help you free of pay. Obviously, I'm here for you.
I can see that you are. Indeed, indeed. And, you're a fine, upstanding fella. Wouldn't you say?
Where are you going with this, Aunt?
Well, it just occurs to me that the speaker of the town could agree to sell me the rest of the mead.
I didn't think there was a speaker here.
Well, that seems to be something could be remedied. Her guards laugh.
So, would you like me to be the speaker to help you sell your mead, Aunt?
Well, I suppose that'd be a fine way to help your old auntie.
So, good mead. I kind of like the sound of that. I'd like to roll a history check, or I guess it would be history, just whether or not I realize the implications of what that would mean.
Okay. Yeah, history would work.
We have a rough idea.
So, the speakers are basically the mayors. They can't really leave town, or else people start to get flighty and panicky. They oversee basic decisions. They go to Bryn Shander when summoned to have a meeting and discuss policy. It's kind of a shit job, but if you're into power trips and getting the first ration in town, it's a decent way to get them.
You had me at power trips. So I'm going to motion for my group to kind of huddle up a little bit. So here are my thoughts. Maybe if I were to do this, and maybe if we were the ward, maybe we could impact some change. We were just told that, all of the speakers gather in Bryn Shander for these meetings, and maybe we could impact some change against what's going on with these sacrifices, or at least gain some intelligence. Do you guys think this is worth doing? I've always wanted my name on a door.
The young man to your aunt's left speaks up and says, "What about the sacrifices?"
I thought that we stepped on the side in a huddle.
Oh, I thought you were talking to her. Sorry. Never mind.
No, man, I didn't want to huddle up with them and ask them something to the group.
Let me convey the same information. He's trying to listen to your conversation.
Is it the same fellow who appears unfazed by the cold?
Yes.
I'd like to divine sense.
Okay.
Anything coming off of him?
Let's see. Where the hell did it go?
I mean, if it comes down to it, I probably wouldn't vote for you.
You are sensing undead and evil
Off him or in the area?
in his direction.
Okay.
So, since we're in our huddle still, I'm thinking here that we need to, do what we're not supposed to do. We need to split their group and get this guy on his own.
Yes, there's definitely something wrong about him.
So maybe it's something where I'm going to go off with my quote unquote aunt to go see about that with some of her guard. But we need to find a reason for Stefik to stick around with you guys, aka nuke his ass. So let me see what I can do through some dialogue and see if we can separate out that team.
The stash of mead that we have in East Haven.
What was that?
No? So do you remember the stash of mead we have in East Haven?
How much mead do we have in East Haven? I thought they had no mead there.
That's not the point. If you can convince them that we have mead in East Haven, we can take them on the road and do what we need to do there.
All right, that'll work. Everyone agree with that? Are we good on that plan?
Sounds good to me.
So to be clear, we're going to try to convince them that we have mead in East Haven. Why do we want them to go to East Haven?
We want to get them out of town.
I thought it would be that we would have them run an emergency shipment up to East Haven because we know they have none, and try and separate out Sevek, or at least thin the herd a little bit.
So while you're talking, you can see they're starting to wrap up the goods and pull down the lean to tie them tight for the night.
So, Auntie Torgus, here's what we're thinking. I will be happy to be the speaker to help us clear this little roadblock. So, why don't we get that all sorted out with the town here? We do know for a fact that in East Haven, they're very thirsty and there is no mead, only ale there. So, can we get maybe some of your fellows and some of my fellows to get that on up the road, and we'll take care of the rest here. It'd be great if we could make it before dark.
Are you dull? The sun's set. I know it's hard to tell these days, but we're not going nowhere till morning.
Well, maybe we could send a group in the morning, and you and I can take care of all the official business first thing on at the light of day. How does that sound?
What is it that you're proposing?
Well, just what you asked, Auntie. I'll go ahead and become the speaker. We'll go ahead and take care of our business, and we'll send at the same time. We're going to send some of this meat up to East Haven right away.
You do remind me of my brother. Listen, you're going to have to win an election. There's two other candidates. It's not going to be resolved by morning.
Candidates, schmandidates. I thought you had pull.
Well, I can hope for your success. Chuckle. Everyone knows Torga if you tell them you're mine. That probably won't hurt. I don't know.
So you'll be helping me campaign. Is that what I'm hearing, Auntie?
I will not, under any circumstances, talk to those plebeians.
Talk to whom?
The idiots.
Oh, don't talk to the idiots. Just talk to the people who matter, who will make sure that this works.
There ain't none of those in Goodmead. I don't know if you've made a lap around town yet, lad, but I suggest you get acquainted. See what you've agreed to do.
Well, we'll do just that. For now, why don't we take some of that meat over to the meat hall and kick our feet up for the evening?
What meat are you talking about? Seriously.
Doesn't she have the meat?
She does not. She's waiting for the mead. They won't.
She's here to buy mead.
Yeah, they won't release it to her because they're almost out. Sorry if that
All
wasn't
right.
clear. Yeah, she's willing to wait 1 or 2 more days tops, but she's going to have to move on. She's genuinely afraid of being bitched at by everybody along the trail that she didn't bring any mead from good mead. So she's letting it slide, but she can't wait forever. She's got perishable goods on those sleds.
All right. Well, we'll set off to the meat hall to see if we can grease those wheels a little bit for her.
Okay.
Does she have any armor I'd buy before we go?
Well, she's buttoning it all up, but you were able to see. It's got wood, flint and tinder, whale oil, blankets, furs, rations, bottles of wine, casks of cheap ale, medicine, and varmint poison. Basically, the sort of stuff you'd find in a farmer's shop.
And then there's one glimmering set of scale mail.
Nope.
Do any of the guards or humans happen to have any that I could buy off of? No, not the
None
dwarf,
of
but
them are wearing any. Let's see. The guards are wearing leather. The dwarf is wearing studded leather. And as mentioned, the raven haired dude is not even wearing a coat, let alone any armor.
all right.
To the meat hall.
To the meat hall. Mead Hall has a large fire-heated space designated for bee husbandry and the nurturing of bee hives. The droning of bees can be heard throughout the town, although most residents have become accustomed to it. There's quite a few folks in here because it's nighttime and you've got to be inside or you're going to freeze to death. They're all sort of staring at the bottom of their mugs, not happy about what's inside. Nobody greets you at the door. Do you want to find a table?
Is anyone working the bar?
There is a young blonde lady working the bar.
All right, Tillman will approach and ask for a flagon of their best mead.
Sorry, sir. We're out of mead. We have very little left, but can I interest you in some hot cider?
Is it made by Dickens?
But if this is good meat, how are we
No,
out
sir.
of meat? What's going on?
Well, as it happens, someone came and took what we had left. Most of it, anyway.
And who is that?
Well, there's some discussion about that, sir, but someone rather large.
Someone rather large. What describes a specific?
If you be interested, that man in the corner, his name's Fef. He could tell you his tale.
I order 2 flagons and nod to the group to come along and slide on up to Fef and slide one of the flagons right in front of him. So I hear you're a man with a tail.
Who are you?
You haven't heard of Phil, the famous bard, Philo Jalouche? No?
I have not.
So hard to get recognized nowadays. With it always being winter, I guess it's hard to see.
Do you have anything in that cup?
Well, no, you have something in this cup if you have a story to tell. I was told you might know why we don't have mead, that somebody large came and bought it all. Or should I say, took it all.
I need liquor. If you'd seen what I'd seen, you'd want to drink too.
Nod to the group that maybe someone should go grab us some uh, something heavier from the bar.
So they're
I'll
out.
go.
They're not serving any. If you've got any on your character sheet, you could maybe dip into that. But if you don't, there's none to be had.
So I go outside, scoop some snow into a little bit of the wax paper that I have in my roll, pour some of my flavored syrup, and offer him a snow cone instead.
You have what? Okay.
I have a bottle of flavored syrup and wax paper that I bought at a general store. I made him a snow cone.
Okay. He smiles. Seems like it's been the first time in a few days. Well, I'm a fox trapper, you see.
That must have been a large fox to take all this mead.
No, it wasn't the fox that did. I didn't see it, but I did see what was left of the 5 men who tried to stop it.
What do you think it was?
Well, he holds up his hands wider than his head. Feet must have been this wide, and he doubles that to about 20 inches, and that long.
Did it
Tracks
have
was
long,
deep, too.
did it have long hair, do you think? It could have been my mother-in-law.
No, I didn't see any sign of hair, but club for sure. Those men was crushed. The speaker probably got it first. He wasn't as splattered as the others all were.
When did this happen?
Oh, it's been 4 days, I guess.
Do we know which way this beast headed?
Tracks should be easy enough to follow if he's foolish enough to do it.
Foolish. Foolish. Foolish.
Well,
I've been called a lot of things, and foolish is one of them. So why the hell not?
as I mentioned, they probably sunk 10 inches to the snow. Feet as wide as snowshoes, still sinking that far. I cannot imagine the size of that thing.
Hmm. And it just came and took all of the mead. How did it do that?
From the signs, it appears to have lifted the entire damn sled, dogs and all.
Hmm. Well, if we were able to recover it now that it's so many days past, if there was a recovery, would there be a reward?
That's none of my affair. You'd have to speak to the speaker. No, I suppose not.
You wouldn't happen to know when that election's being held, would you?
None of my business. He chaws on his snow cone.
Where did you see the tracks?
On the path toward Dugan's Hole. It's just about a league north of the lake. You can't miss it.
Well, Mr. Feth, I'll have another drink sent over to you and wish you the best.
More cider. Yippee.
So I gesture for the group to move over to another table where we could talk amongst ourselves. Well, I'll tell you that if we were able to go and we were able to collect this mead and bring it back, or at least some of it, or at least bring back the beast that did this, I'm pretty sure that I could get myself that spot as speaker. And if our goal is to impact change here, I think that's the best way to do it. What do you guys think?
You think we could bring Suffolk along? A little extra
I
help?
I think we bring our auntie and her whole crew with us to help us go and if it just so happened that Suffolk met an untimely end along the way, what could be so bad about that? Thoughts, feelings, smart remarks?
How are we doing on time? It is 9. I can keep going. Or we can break here.
I think it's a good time to stop.
I agree. I think this would be a good time to part.
All right.
And we wrap on a cliffhanger again.
Dun dun dun. Well, for anybody watching the stream, when and if this ever gets released, thanks for sticking with us. We'll see you next time.